Hello guys, welcome back. In the last lecture, I showed you how to create your data model, your data sets by using writing SQL query. But it is mandatory you know SQL, Oracle SQL in order to create your BI publisher reporting? No. You can use the query builder in order to create your own report without having good knowledge in SQL query. How we can use it? The same steps that in order to create a new data model, open create a new data model and then press plus icon and then select press onto query builder. Here insert the SQL query, for example, manager datasets, and then I will show you the selecting the table from the lists. Let we go to BI Publisher. We stop here, create a new data model, press in SQL query, and then write manager, manager data set, okay, and then press in query builder. Here we have list of tables that exist in HR schema. Suppose that I have table called employees, okay, and inside this employees you have column called manager ID. In order to display the information that related to the manager, you need to make a self join with employee, right? So that we need to import or to add the two employees, one as an employee and the other as a manager. And we'll select make a join. How we can make a join? We can make a join from selecting the manager ID and drag and drop to the employee ID. Here there is a new join. It's a near join by default. But in our case that we have to select right outer join. What does mean right outer join? It means like if the manager or the boss CEO of the company, there is no manager for the CEO. This is why I want to display all information in employee regardless if it has manager or not. This is why I will select set right outer join. Okay, now I want to select what's the required columns. I want to select employee ID, first name, last name, email address, phone number, hire date, job ID, salary, manager ID, which is the same employee ID. Okay, first name Arabic, no need. From the other table I want to select employee ID. No need to select employee ID. It's enough to select manager ID, first name and last name. These the selected columns. Now let me move to conditions. We created the self join and now we need to define conditions and parameters. In SQL query we write parameters. We select the required parameter. How we can define the parameters in query builder. Here in condition, I want, for example, in employee ID, I want in to select list of employee ID. Okay, what else? For example, I want salary to be greater than or equal to 0. And it's for sure that the salary is greater than 0, but I want to show you the step. Okay, here if I want to sort ascending or descending, any column can be sorted by ascending or descending. Okay, here sort order. For example, if there is no value have the same order, I want to first order by employee ID and then by salary, for example. This is why I can use this show. By default show, I can disappear one of these columns, group by function. I will show you the next lecture the group function. and what we need to select from here. Now, the SQL statement is generated automatically. No need to have a knowledge in SQL query because BI Publisher is writing your SQL query. Select this list of columns from to table, from employees, and from employees, where manager ID equal employee ID. This is right outer join and employee ID in employee ID and salary is greater than or equal 0. Order by this employee ID ascending and employee salary ascending. Okay, here's the result. It will ask me, please enter value of for parameter employee ID. For example, 100. Okay, it gave me the employee that has 100 employee ID. Okay, as you can see here, the manager ID is null, 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 because Stephen is the CEO. There is no manager for the CEO, right? This is why the right outer join is working at this case. That's it. We can press save here, go back. The SQL query is generated as below. Then press OK. Now, as before, please select one or more bind variable to create corresponding parameters, employee ID. Okay, here we can, employee ID maybe is string, maybe default value 100. It's text or menu, we can keep it as text. Okay, or we can create list of value. For example, here, create imp list of value. Select imp ID. What's the name? Select employee ID from employees. Or no need to write SQL statement. I can use query builder here. And select employees. Select employee ID. That's enough for me. Okay. SQL query. Then I can use just select here star statement, all values. This string or integer. And parameter is menu is depend on employee list of value. Here employee ID. I can select multiple value, all values passed. That's it. Now go here, refreshment, structure, data. Still. Now it's coming. View. Here the all employee ID. I can select only one employee ID. View. One employee ID. Save as sample data. And we need to save the data set. Manager data set. Thank you and see you in the next lecture.